When the best of brains come together, something really productive and interesting comes out. And if Delhi can set an example, we'll succeed.
The aim is to actually see something happening on the ground.
It's that commitment from this government that led us to feel inspired to bring the Urban Mobility Lab to this city.
Urban Mobility Lab is a platform to help advance mobility solutions. We're hoping to bring to this platform projects that are transformative in nature.
What the Urban Mobility Lab has done is brought a very large number of innovators and entrepreneurs from across the country and the globe to determine what are the specific local solutions that can be deployed in Delhi.
And not hypothetical solutions, but really practical, on-ground, executable solutions working in tandem with the very people who have the ability to provide those solutions.
There is an understanding of a system-level thinking. We need to build the whole ecosystem if electric mobility has to pick up.
We're working on 5 different themes: non-motorized transport, last-mile connectivity, shared electric mobility, charging infrastructure, and mobility data.
In Delhi, nearly 30% people are actually walking. There are about 10% people who are cycling.
When people buy a mobility solution. They don't buy a sustainable mobility solution. So what people want is lower cost, better availability, better access, comfort, safety, convenience.
We have solutions and ideas within the lab that will be focusing on how to improve non-motorized transport infrastructure and lives of those who are actually using these modes.
Delhi today has one of the world's fastest growing metro network. It moves about 3 million people a day. For the first and last mile, what you really have is a 40-year-old unorganized system, which is heavily polluting, and it is absolutely arbitrarily priced.
There are a lot of local issues, there are a lot of tactical issues wherein we need cooperation with the various government departments, and that is where a lot of clarity can be achieved by a forum like this.
It's not just about cars. I think there's a huge trend in which people really don't want to have asset ownership. People are just looking at it from a usage perspective.
Why electric? From a pollution standpoint, giving out clean kilometers, electric is the best way forward.
The economics really favor solutions that are high mileage or high utilization, that a little bit of a push can make the business case and the use case for that electric mobility overwhelmingly competitive.
We're starting to see a shift in the pace at which the industry is moving. So a few years ago, we were mostly talking about what solutions might exist. Today, we're actually seeing those solutions start to make their way on the ground.
This is really an infrastructure ecosystem play. The technology has to come together in terms of long life, low cost batteries, in terms of software as to how these batteries will be charged and swapped and connected, is a really critical first step problem to solve before electric vehicles can take mass scale.
We need to work very closely with the municipalities and the DISCOMs. One is giving us the land and the other one's going to energize our chargers. So there has to be definitely a lot of harmony between the 3 stakeholders.
Coming up with smaller, tangible, actionable solutions that can be implemented in the local ecosystem.
Data operates as almost a universal language. For transportation designers and city planners, data can be used to help map a city's demand so they better understand where citizens are traveling to and from so that they can develop systems that best support that.
And when the whole ecosystem improves, it aids in congestion reduction, in pollution, it increases the economy of the country.
Private sector, entrepreneurs, financing companies, as well as the government stakeholders have discussed the solutions and are now ready to deploy them. It has really shortened the time to go from the discussion board to the ground.
What we're doing through the Urban Mobility Lab is trying to develop customized solutions that can meet the needs of Delhi but can also be scaled up to the rest of India.
UML is not a platform for discussion, it's a platform for action. So let's work together.